Hi Libra, welcome back to the Uttarabodhi 33 channel. This is your July 2021 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic crossbreed as always, and I also put an Oracle card and a Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus will be as far as that goes. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, so we have Mars. Mars is actually currently in Leo, and that's actually your 11th house of friends, groups, hopes and wishes. And we have Aries, which is actually your opposite sign, so there could be a focus around relationships, partnerships, contracts. And we have 2, so your second house, which is Scorpio. Nothing really going on there astrologically speaking, but of course it could just be saying that you have a focus on finances, possessions, things along those lines. Alright, so we'll keep those in mind as we go along. And start with the main situation. We have Justice, so this is actually the Major Arcana card for your sign. So on the one hand, it could just be saying that you guys have a lot of focus on yourselves, possibly trying to restore balance, if not already feeling balanced. Now, for some of you, of course, with this being the natural 7th house, which is the house you guys rule, but could also be saying that this is trying to balance things out between yourself and another. But yeah, primarily I feel like this is saying that you guys are really just feeling like yourselves this month, really feeling balanced on top of things. Alright, in the Challenger obstacle position, we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy, and the 2 of Wands, which is Aries energy. So, seeing these two cards come up together, on the one hand, Virgo energy for you guys is your 12th house, and then seeing this Aries energy, which is the opposite sign, could be saying a couple things. On the one hand, the first thing that comes to mind looking at these two cards is saying that there might be something that you've been working on behind the scenes, and you're trying to decide if it's ready, if you're ready to bring it out into the world. So could be anything, like a creative project, for example. Maybe you've been working on it all this time, and now you're just figuring out, all right, should I actually release it to the world, or does it still need a little bit more touching up, right? Could be one of those situations. For others of you, if this is around a relationship, you could just be trying to decide you want to put in work to, get balance on track within that connection. And I do have to say, for some of you, given that this is in a challenge position, now I feel like this is probably the least likely scenario, but it's still a possibility, which is to say if you guys have been focusing on yourselves a little bit too much lately, because again, with you guys right there front and center, could just be saying that the challenge is you might need to put in a little more work into your relationships and partnerships. Alright, in the foundation position, we have the 5 of Swords. Now, it actually fell out kind of sideways like that, so I left it like that in the spread, because it could just be saying for some of you, you're already moving out of this energy, but with this coming up in the foundation position, it does seem to be somewhat of a significant role either way. So this could just be saying that you might have been dealing with a lot of conflict recently. Maybe you're in some kind of a competitive environment where everyone's pretty much out for themselves. That could have been the situation that you guys have been dealing with. Of course, this could have been miscommunications as well during the Mercury retrograde, which technically we're still under. But as we move through July, at the end of the first week, it'll be out of its shadow. So things should definitely improve around communication around that time. But yeah, definitely looks like there was definitely a conflict scenario at play for you. Good to see, at least, like I said, the fact that it came out sideways at least shows for most of you, you're moving out of that energy already. In the past position, we have the Ace of Swords. So this reminds me of your reading for last month, having the title, I think I gave you guys the title of a light bulb moment. So it could just represent whatever that epiphany was that you guys might have had last month. Maybe having some insight into a situation. For example, maybe how to bring balance back to yourselves, right? Or maybe if there was another area of your life that was out of balance, figuring out how to restore balance there. But yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like there. Could have happened around the eclipses for you, especially that Gemini new moon eclipse we had recently, given that that's in your 9th house. So, you could have been seeing things from a higher perspective during that time. In the present position, we have the Page of Cups and the King of Swords. So this is actually Aquarius energy here, which is your 5th house. So could be saying a few things there too. On one end, again, maybe if this is around a creative project, you feel like it's not quite ready yet, right? With that fish coming out of the cup, makes you think that, okay, the presentation might be a bit rushed, right? So if that's the way you're feeling, that could be why you're currently holding back. Like, okay, you know what? Let me take a detached viewpoint. Let me just relax, make sure everything's straight before I come out with it, right? So that could be, again, an indicator that you guys are still holding back a little bit. Now, if this is any offers coming your way, be it romantic or otherwise, I feel like this is saying, stay open, but be a bit discerning as well, because, you want to make sure everything's on the up and up. So that's what I'm seeing with that. All right, in the near future position, we have the Chariot, which is the major arcana card for Cancer, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this definitely represents movement. This can be around finances, possibly some financial offers being made. Now, I always do point out to people with the ace energies, the coin isn't necessarily in someone's possession, right? We see that hand coming out of the cloud. It's usually more of an idea at that point. There's no action taken on it just yet. But with the Chariot combined with that, could just be saying that there's some definite traction being made as far as some kind of financial offers, maybe just moving towards stability in general. That's what I'm seeing with that. All right. In the position of your influence in the situation, we had quite a few cards pop up. We have the Knight of Wands, which is Sag energy, 10 of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy, 3 of Swords, which is a Libra card, and the 5 of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy. So I do have to say, given that we do see that 5 of Swords, even though it came out kind of sideways, and that Page of Cups, what we were just talking about there, I feel like this is saying try not to rush into anything this month. So again, if offers do come your way, right? Something that might look really good on the surface, just watch out for that, because with that 3 of Swords followed by the 5 of Pentacles, the term that came to mind looking at this combination of cards ever weird in my town was fool's gold, So it's like something that you might think, oh, this is a great idea, right? You jump into it. Possibly that could even be what that Chariot is pointing to, right? Where something looks really appealing, and we have that Ace of Pentacles underneath that. But it could just be saying, this month just try to be a bit discerning if possible. Which isn't to say, you don't do anything, but I feel like with that Knight of Wands energy, which is definitely not your typical energy, right? Obviously, you're more of that justice, very balanced, even-keeled energy, even more so like the Aquarius energy here, as opposed to just jumping right into things. Now, to be fair, we do see that Mars energy and the Aries energy coming up for you guys this month, so this could just really be how you are feeling. But I feel like it's just saying, be careful about that as far as, something that might look really amazing on the surface, given that we see this 3 of Swords, and it's your card, no less. Well, one of your cards. Followed immediately by that 5 of Pentacles. I feel like it's just saying, be a bit discerning this month. Now, for some of you, I do have to say the 5 of Swords can be a two-way street where both people are engaging in some kind of petty behavior. This could be some of you might be bringing this energy towards someone else. I do feel that's less likely, but I did have to at least mention that as a possibility too. Where you might be the ones offering all this amazing stuff on the surface, but then really having no intention of following through. It's a little less your style, so I still feel like that's more likely that that's energy coming toward you than you guys being the ones doing it, but you never know. In the environment position, we have the Page of Wands. So, to me, this can represent another person, absolutely, but again, I feel like this is more pointing the air energy, and to me, this is more of the universe speaking to you there, saying, hey, okay, we see you're in that Knight energy, right? I mean, we even see like the pyramid-looking symbols in the back of the cards for both, but I feel like this is saying, by all means, stay open, right? Have that bright, explorative nature to you, but just don't jump into anything. So kind of what I was saying there, but maybe even a little bit more loose than how I was stating it, saying that, yeah, by all means, definitely explore the situation, right? You don't have to shut it down or say, oh, I need to wait, I need to think about it for 3 weeks, but, go in, explore, see what it's about, but I don't necessarily jump into anything. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting there. If this is someone else that you're dealing with, it definitely looks like they're open for some exploration as well. Could be some travel involved, again, because whenever I see those pyramid-looking things in the background, this makes me think of, exotic land. So obviously, if you're like in Egypt, it won't be for you, but just the way I'm seeing it. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is actually Taurus energy here, which for you guys is your 8th house of investments, death, rebirth, intimacy. So seeing this here, it could just be saying that you're really hoping for some growth in your investments. So, just don't let that make you over eager to invest in something. Because again, given that Virgo energy for you guys is your 12th house, 5 of Pentacles is your 8th house of investments, just like we see here. I feel like this is saying, just be careful around investing, and signing on the dotted line with certain things this month. You might want to just really explore it. Don't let your eagerness to be in this energy lead to you possibly overlooking some things. And I feel like that's what that justice energy could be pointing to in the main situation for you guys too, to be really balanced with anything that comes your way and not jump into anything. All right, and then the outcome position, we have the 6 of Swords, which is more Aquarius energy, and the 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, I do have to say, this is actually a pretty positive sign for me as far as what we were talking about, which to say if something does come your way that could be a bit deceptive, I feel like this is saying that you guys wouldn't hesitate to move away from that and actually hold on to what you got. So I feel like this is like the, especially given that it's in the outcome position, I feel like this could represent, maybe some investment opportunity comes your way. Maybe you're open to it, like, okay, let me see what this is about, right? And maybe after you research it a bit, you decide, yeah, you know what, I'm not really going to go that route. This can be around partnerships as well, of course, like I said, so it could be a romantic offer that might come your way and, it might sound good on the surface, but then when you dig a little deeper, you're like, yeah, you know what, I'm not really ready to open up as far as that goes. See if anything else comes to mind. Now, I do have to say, this is going to sound really random, but there's going to be 2 full moons in Aquarius this year. There's going to be the one that we have toward the end of July, and then there's going to be another one in August. And given that for you guys, that is your 5th house. If there is some kind of financial loss, obviously don't go crazy with it, but I would say, as far as karmically speaking, that might be a good time to pick up like a random lottery ticket or something, because if you have been done wrong in some way financially, that could actually be a good time to rectify it. But of course, that would be in August, so we'll see if the cards support that as well when we do get to August. But given all the Aquarius energy we see there, it just popped in my head, so just wanted to say it before I forgot. All right, moving on to your Oracle card, we have Milk and Honey. There's the artwork, and the number is 51. It's a pretty positive card here, too, so let's see what this has to say. Okay, it says the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. The Oracle's message: you've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. So definitely a pretty positive message there, and that could even represent what we were saying. Like I said, with the justice energy, it looks like you guys are kind of feeling in your element right now. And like I said, even if there is some kind of deceptive energy coming your way, it looks like you guys will be able to navigate that well too. So hopefully that resonated with you. All right, the relationship message says sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers, sweet moments of understanding, and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you'll be nourished with the honey of abundance. So, pretty positive message there, too. Didn't get a huge relationship vibe from this as a whole, but I will say, like I said, with that Page of Wands energy, that could be a definite fun, light, playful energy. And also, I don't even know if I remember to mention, but at the bottom of the deck, you guys have a Six of Wands energy, which is definitely a very supportive energy as far as victory, exposure, feeling like you're winning in some situations. So, just wanted to mention that. All right, and the prosperity message says there is only one authentic you. This version of yourself is Spirit's emissary in the world. When you're in alignment with the truth that you are a unique expression of the divine, your ego can rest and your soul can illuminate your purpose. Now is the time when you're seeking your true north. When you find this direction, you automatically step into prosperity, and the world brings you evidence of abundance. Miracles are a choice and a way of seeing the world. With every choice you make right now, you have the potential to seize good fortune and embrace your destiny. Opportunities will lead you to your best life now. Be open to them. You're getting a sweet taste of what you want. So definitely a pretty positive message there too. Hopefully that resonated. And lastly, we'll move on to your Mudra card. So this is the Mudra you got here. It's the Uttarabodhi Mudra. The keyword for it is inception. And all right, let's see if we get it to focus. All right, yeah, so if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say, you can. But under benefits, it says soothes the nervous system, tones the large intestine, improving absorption and elimination, benefits the lungs and heart, serves as a conductor of inspiration and creative energy. So if that sounds like something you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name of that mudra in the description video as always. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.